Yeah, hi guys, good morning. This will be our Git session 2. Okay, and here we'll see about the branching strategies, how we can create different branches and what are the different branching strategies. Okay, and how we can create the merge request or the PR request. Okay, so this is very important, guys. Today's session is very important. This will be asked in interviews. Okay, so let me share my screen. Let me know if you guys can see my screen.
Yes.
That's right. Okay, so let me just create one project again because yesterday we have deleted everything, right? So let me try to create one project, hiring app, and then let me switch clear. Okay, so git status, it is unable to track. Why? What needs to be done?
We have to initialize
Because I'm
the
tracking.
We need to initialize this. Okay, the moment I have initialized this, here we can see something called master, right? So what do you mean by this master?
Branch.
a branch.
Yeah, so this is nothing but a branch. Okay, so branch. But why do we need different branches? Why do we need?
Number of people.
Right. So if suppose there are 5 people who are working in the same project, hiring app, and if everyone is trying to push the changes, then what will happen? They will be pushing the changes to the master branch only. So in that case, everyone is trying to override the existing changes, or they are trying to add new changes to the current branch. Means we don't have a proper snapshot of our directory or the code. Everyone is making some changes and they are trying to upload. Then which code should be used for which purpose? I mean, what is the purpose of that code? Which environment should we use? Okay, in order to avoid such cases, we have different branching strategies available in Git. Okay, so if suppose there are 5 members in our team and 5 members are working on different set of code, then what they will do, they will create different branches. For example, myself, I will create a branch on my name. I mean, we'll have some naming conventions to the project, right? So based upon that naming convention, I will try to create one branch, and whatever changes I'm trying to do, I'm trying to push only to that branch only. That branch is specific to one user. And if suppose Arif is trying to add something, then what he will do, he will try to create his own branch and he will push all his changes to that branch. Okay, so in this case we have a branching strategy called git flow branching strategy. This is very important, guys. This will be asked in interviews. What is the branching strategy you guys are using? This will be asked in interviews for sure. Okay, in that case, you should tell them that we use release branch for production environment. How many environments do we have?
Three.
Three
What are
environments.
they? What are they?
Development,
Development,
testing, production.
development environment.
Right, production. So 3 environments. One is development. Second is staging or testing or UAT, and then production environment, right? So release branch. So any code which is stored in the release branch is used only for production environment only. Whatever code we are trying to store in release branch is used for production environment. Means we are not going to touch the release branch. Whatever code we have moved to release branch, this is only used for the production environment. This code will not be used for any other environments. Okay, and similarly, we'll have one more branch, that is develop branch, and this code is used for development or staging environment. This is how you need to answer in the interview as well, guys. So what is your branching strategy? We are using git flow branching strategy. We have 5 different branches. First branch is release, which is used for production. Second branch is develop, which is used for development and staging environment. Okay, and then third branch is feature branch. Is used for next updates. Means if they want to update their application, right, they want to add some new features, developers will be continuously working on the new updates. In that case, everything related to the new updates or next releases will be added to the feature branch first. Okay, and then we'll have our hotfix branch. What do you mean by hotfix? For example, we have deployed our application using release branch. Using release branch, in which environment we have deployed? In production environment. And then we are able to see some issues. There might be some cases where we might see some issues in the production environments as well. In that case, what they will do? They'll again not touch this code because this has been already updated. This is also updated, right? So what they will do? They will try to take one branch out of release branch and create hotfix. So hotfix is used as a bugs of production. Okay, and then we have master or main, anything is fine. Okay, is used as a copy for release branch, means a kind of backup. If something goes wrong with this release branch, then we can see the same piece of code in the master or main branch. So this is our branching strategy, what we will use in the project. And the name of this branching strategy is Git flow branching strategy. Understood? So we are using 5 different branches. One is release, used for production. One is develop. This is used for development and staging environments. And then we have feature branch. This is used for the next updates, I mean next releases. And then hotfix, if something is wrong in the release or the production environment, then we'll be pulling out one branch out of this. And then we have master or main, that is used as a copy for our release branch. Okay, so here if you'll see this is working as a master branch or main branch. Now, if you want to see how many branches are available, in your project, how to list that? By using git branch -- list. Can you able to see anything?
No.
Are you guys able to see anything? No. Why? Because
No.
as of now we don't
Already.
because we haven't created any branches. The only branch that is master or main is default one. Okay. Now let me try to add some content to the master branch first. Okay. So touch hello. Git status, we can see this in untracking area. How to move this to the tracking area? By using command git add dot. And then how to commit? Git commit -m added hello in master. Now if I do git status, can we see anything? Everything is clean, means we have already committed. Whatever was available, we have committed. Okay. Now I want to create one branch called release branch. Then how to create? Git branch, and then name of the branch. This is release. And if I'll hit enter, okay, and if you'll see git branch -list, then we can see there are 2 branches. One is master, this is default, and one is release. Okay, with the help of git branch and then branch name, we can create the branch called release. Now, if you want to list all the branches, then we can use git branch -list. Okay, so now out of these 2, currently we are in which branch?
Master.
How do you guys know? If you are not able to see anything over here, then how will you identify in which branch we are?
Star mark.
Yeah, so star basically represents our current branch. Do not go for colors or do not be depend on this one as well. Focus on star. Star represents current branch. Okay, now In current branch, how many files do we have? Will someone respond? One file. That is hello. Now I want to switch to this branch. Means I want to change my branch. In that case, we have the command called git checkout and then branch name release. And if I'll hit enter, we can see switched to branch release, and then here also we can see release. Now if I'll do git branch f1 list, we can see the star mark is over here. And if I'll do ls, yes, hello is available. But what's the use? I mean, master branch, I have created one file called hello, and the moment I have switched to release, even I can see the same file. Then where is the privacy? Why am I seeing same files? I don't want this file to be available, but why it is getting displayed over here? Right? But this is available in release as well. Why? Hello file belongs to master branch. This doesn't belong to release branch, but still I am able to see this in release. Then what's the use of branching? When all the files are being copied, then what's the use of master branch? I mean the different branches.
But it's available in master branch, so that's why it's.
At a time, number of people can deploy. That's why.
For example, Swati, you are working on different piece of code. I am working on different piece of code. There is no dependency on both of us. You are trying to create the files, and I'm able to see all the files. And if I have changed something in your code, how will you protect that?
So we have good permission for private.
No. So we'll have branch protection rules as well. That's different. So what is happening is, this is my master branch. Okay, in this master branch, how many files do we have? We have only one file, that is hello. Okay, and out of this master branch, I'm trying to create one more branch called release. The moment I'm trying to create release branch out of master branch, so what it will do, it will also copy all the files. Means it will try to provide an exact copy of the existing branch. Means it will copy the file called hello. If suppose there are 5 files, then all the 5 files will be copied to the release branch as well. That's the default nature when we are trying to create a new branch. Okay, apart from master, if suppose you are trying to create one branch out of release, even then you can see these files. Okay, so what you can do, if you want to delete this RM, then what you can do, you can just delete this, add this, and commit this. That's it. Okay, so this is only one time activity. Means, for example, now let me try to create one more file in release branch. Okay, or else let me check out to my master branch. Okay, currently I'm in master. Here we have one file, so let me create one more file called master. Okay, git add dot git commit -m added file in master. Right, so now if I'll check out, how many files do we have? We have 2 files. If I'll check out to my release branch, and if I'll do ls, now we can see only one file. Why? Earlier we can see whatever was available in the master, but now we are able to see only one file. Master is not available. So what happened? So whenever we are trying to create a new branch, at that point of time, if there are 5 files, then all the 5 files will be seen in the release branch as well, when we are trying to create that. So when I have created this release branch, we had only one file. So one file has been copied to the release branch as well. After that, whatever you are trying to create and committing to that branch will be restricted to that branch only. That will not be seen by other branches. Understood? Since it is acting as a base for us. Master is acting as a base to create release. So it will clone the existing content as well. Understood?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, clear.
So for example, here we can see this. Let me try to create one new repository. Can you? Let me create one repository called tech06. Okay, public one, and create repository. Okay, let me try to create one sample file. I'm just creating one sample file on the central repository directly without any CLI. So in which branch we are? Currently we are in main branch. So can we create branches from GUI as well? Yes, we can create. So how to create? Just click here, search for the branch. For example, you want to create one branch called hotfix. Okay, then you can see create branch hotfix from main. If I click this, what is happening? See, test hotfix branch has been created. Means these branches are being created out of the base branch. Okay, so this is how we can create branch. If you want to create branch, we can use the command called git branch and branch name. On the GUI level, we can just enter the name. For example, I want to create a branch called Arif, and then here we can see this create branch Arif from hotfix. Okay, understood? Now for example, we have two branches. So initially, when the development activities have been started, so in which particular branch the code will be moved out of these 5 branches? Sorry, out of these 5 branches, in which particular branch the code will be moved by the developers? Whatever changes we are trying to do over here, in which particular branch this code will be seen?
Development.
Right. So first it will be moved to development, and then from development, if everything is okay in the development and staging environments, then what they will do? They will create a PR, pull request, or they will merge the code to the release branch. Okay, and for the next updates, they will try to create one feature branch. So this feature branch will be created from which branch? From develop branch. If something is wrong, I mean hotfix, how they will create hotfix? They'll just come to the hotfix branch. Sorry, they'll just come to the release branch, and they'll create this one. Check out hotfix. Sorry, git branch hotfix. What happened now?
Hotfix branch created.
Hotfix branch created, and we can see all the files which are available in the release branch. So this is how they'll try to clone the code. Okay, understood, guys? What's happening in the branches?
Yes, sir. I have a question like if this hotfix branch makes some changes, will the changes will be made in the release as well?
No. So what they will do
Like
is
just cloning. Okay.
what they will try to take one copy of release, because release is the current code, right? So current version of code. So what they will do, out of release, they will create one hotfix, and they will try to fix the issues. So once they have fixed the issues, again they will try to create one develop branch, because before deploying to production, we need to deploy this on the development and staging environments. And once everything is okay on the develop branch, and then again it will be merged to the release branch. It doesn't mean that it will, from hotfix we directly merge it to release branch back. No, we'll try to again move this to the develop branch only, and then again from develop it will be moved to release branch. But this will be only created if there are any issues in the release, I mean in the production environment. Okay.
Good.
So now we have different branches, right? So In interview, for example, if someone is asking how many branches do you have in your project, what will be your answer?
Release, develop, feature, hotfix.
This is a branching strategy. This is the branching strategy what we are using, but how many branches do we have? I mean, as per this concept, do we have only 5 branches?
We must have multiple.
We will have lot of branches based upon version. For example, we can see the branch name as release 1.0.0 and then release 1.0.1. Okay, and then release 1.1, release 1.2. So we might have lot of branches, guys. There is no answer for such questions. You can say that we have lot of branches. Okay, so similarly we can see the branches names something like develop 1.0, develop 1.1, develop 1.2. For different versions we might see different branches. Hotfixes, hotfix, or and then front end 1.0 version. Okay, so we might see different names for our branches, but the naming convention will be in such way. Hotfix, this is for production. Develop, this is for development, but the subversions might be different based upon the application version. We might see lot of branches. Okay, yes or no?
Got it, sir.
Yes, sir.
So now, okay, so we have lot of branches over here, right? Let me just get back to my release branch. Okay, release branch, how many files do we have? 2 files. So let me create one more file, release. Okay, git add dot git commit -m added in release branch. Okay, so how many files do we have now in release? 2 files. One is hello and one is release. If I'll check out to my hotfix, and if I'll do ls, we can see only one file hello. Now my requirement is to, we are seeing some issues in the release branch, I mean on the production. Now I want to merge the code, means I want to merge 2 different branches code. From release to hotfix, I want to merge the code. I want all the files which are in release branch should be merged to the branch called hotfix. Means my development activities has been completed. Everyone was working individually. Now we want to merge all the code in the same branch and then I can push it to the central server. In this case, what we can use, how to merge code from different branches, by using command called git merge. Git merge and then branch name, which branch you want to merge to the hotfix. So now what is the base? Which is our base branch?
Master.
Master.
Release,
Sorry.
release branch.
Hotfix. Here we have only one file, that is hello. Okay, and then this is my release branch. Hello, and then release, 2 files. Now I want to merge this release branch into the hotfix branch. Means my base is hotfix and the code what I want to merge is release branch, right? So in this case we can use this. I mean, we should be in the hotfix branch and we should execute the name of the branch by using the command called git merge and release. And if I'll hit enter and if I'll do ls, then we can see 2 different files are available. Simple, right? This is how we can merge 2 branches code in a single branch. Now if you'll do git status, nothing to commit because this commit has been already created. Nothing to commit. Okay. Got it? How to merge two different branches? By using the command called git merge and then the branch name. To which branch you want to merge.
Yeah, sir. I'm having one doubt for this. Like release is our base branch, right?
Yes.
So from being in a hotfix, if I can merge some files of the release, so I think isn't a security breach?
No. It's not something related to security. Basically, what will happen is everyone is working on different modules on different set of branches. End of the day, even if you want to merge the code from the hotfix to release, right? So we need to raise a merge request. Okay, so that is how we try to collaborate with different branches. And this is happening on the local level only. We haven't pushed any changes to the central level. Everything is being executed on the local level. Okay, so it's not something what we are trying to breach the security and all. No, that's nothing relevant to that part.
Okay.
Okay, so now what we have seen how can we merge two branches from branch release to hotfix. For example,
Sorry,
yes.
I have a question. What if we want to merge multiple files?
Multiple files in the sense,
Like we use merge and the file name. If you want to 2 or 3 files, then
okay, so in this case let me come to that part only. Okay, so
yeah.
for example, let me try to create one more file called hotfix. In which branch we are creating? Hotfix branch only. So let me try to add, let me try to commit and add in hotfix. Now, as Chetan said, my requirement is to not to merge the complete branch, only a specific files. Right, Chetan? This is what you have asked.
Yeah, specific file we can use the file name and we can
Yes.
like if
So
you
in
want to
this,
merge all the
yes,
files.
yes. So in this case, first let me move to the master branch because in master we have only one file, right? Hello and master. That's it. So now our requirement is to copy this hotfix file to the master branch. Means I don't want to merge all the files. I want to merge a specific file. So there is no such option to merge a specific file. We can merge a specific commit. If that commit has only one file, then you can see that one file in this branch. If that commit has 10 files, then we can replicate all the 10 files. We cannot just copy a specific file. That is not possible. Okay. So how to do that? First, we need to know the commit ID. Okay. So git log, this is something related to our master branch, right? So let me again clear the screen. Let me go to my hotfix branch. Okay, git log. So this is my latest log, latest commit. So let me just copy this commit. This commit is, this commit belongs to the hotfix file, which is in hotfix branch, right? So now let me again get back to my master branch. And if I'll clear my screen, ls, here we have only two files. For that purpose, we have a command called git cherry pick and then paste, hit enter. Now if I do ls, we can see hotfix is available in the master branch. So this is how we can copy a specific commit. Okay, if 91C has 10 files in this commit, then it will copy all the 10 files. We cannot copy a single file, Chetan. We can copy the commits only. Understood? Guys, this is very important. This will be asked in interviews.
Yeah, okay. Yes.
How can we copy a specific commit? Then we can say as git cherry pick. In basic English or basic terms, what do you mean by cherry pick?
Picking up cherries.
Sorry?
Picking it single cherry.
So it's a kind of smooth process. I mean, there will be no impact on other branches or other commits. It's a kind of piece of cake. We are just trying to pull it out smoothly. Okay. So now, so we have seen how can we copy the complete code of the branch by using git merge, and how can we copy a specific commit with the help of git cherry pick. Okay, and then we have one more command. For example, so whatever we are trying to do is in the local machine, right? And we have one concept called PR. This is very important. This will be asked in interviews. PR. What do you mean by PR? Pull request. What do you mean by pull request? Request is used to merge two different branches. Pull request will be used in order to merge two different branches. I mean, git merge and git pull request. Sorry, git merge and pull request both are same. There is no difference. But the only difference is git merge is executed on the local machines, means in the command line interface. And PR is something what will raise on the GUI level here. Okay, how many branches do we have? Main and hotfix. In hotfix, how many files do we have? Test. So let me try to create one more file. Create new file. Hotfix. Commit branches. Commit. Okay. So now how many files? How many branches do we have? One is main. In main we have only one file called test, and then we have hotfix. In hotfix we have two files, one is test and one is hotfix. Now we can see something called compare and pull request. So what will happen whenever GitHub will identify that files in both the branches are different, then it will ask us to compare and create a pull request. So this is something what we call as merge in Git. Okay, so how to create pull request? Just click on this button. Pull request can be executed only on the GUI level. We cannot create pull request from the CLI. This is not possible. Here, if you want to two branches, then you should use the command called git merge. If you want to merge two different branches on the GUI level, then we should use pull request. Okay, so those are only change. Here we can see what should be our main base branch. So our base branch should be main, and I want to pull all the code from the hotfix. Okay, so once done, it is asking us to put a specific message to the commit, and then here on the left side we can see different reviewers. What are these reviewers now? What is these reviewers? So what will happen if we add any reviewers? How to add reviewers? For example, so what will happen is whenever we try to merge two different pieces of code, if something is wrong in that branch or any code is not working properly and we have added the two release branch, then what will happen? Eventually our application will break down, right? So we'll always keep reviewers. So reviewers, who are the reviewers? It might be the development lead or the managers. So what they will do, they will check what are the changes we are trying to merge two branches. From hotfix, what are the changes I'm trying to merge to the main branch? They will review the code. This is something done by the development team because they are more aware of the development activities, right? So we are not aware of the code. So at least two reviewers will be added. And what they will do, they will check, okay, this guy is trying to merge the branch from hotfix to main, and these are the different contents which are available in that branch. And if they think that, okay, so this is something which can be merged and nothing will happen, then they will approve this, or else they will reject this request. Means if you want to merge two branches, then we should have at least two level of authentications. That's where we will try to add reviewers. Okay, so how to add reviewers now? Just click on this option and you can add the reviewers. So as of now, we don't have any accounts, right? I mean, to this repository, no one has access. That's the reason we are unable to see any reviewers. Okay, how to do that? First, let me try to add two different reviewers. I mean, two different collaborators. Okay, I want to add two different users. Okay, just go to your repository. Okay, just go to this repository. go to the collaborators. It is asking for MFA. One second, guys. Let me access this. Authenticator. Eight 57763. Okay, so once we have got this collaborator option, you can invite anyone to your GitHub account. Means to whomever we have invited, he will make any changes in this account. We can add different users who can make the changes, who can raise the pull request, who can merge the different branches. Okay, so for example, let me add someone from you. Guys, can someone provide your email ID with your GitHub account?
Swati Endu 92 SWATHI YNDU 92 at the rate Outlook.
Is that it?
Outlook.com.
This is your email ID, right?
Yes, sir.
Which is associated with the GitHub account.
Yes, sir.
Swati, can you just share your screen? Here you can see the invitation is pending. Okay, and Swati should accept this request. Okay, so Swati, can you share your screen? Let me stop this. Okay, yeah, we can see your screen.
What should I have to open, sir?
Open Outlook. Go to your Outlook account. You will see one email invitation from BetaBeans. You can see the third mail, 11:55. Yeah, that one. No. That one, right? Okay. So here, this is how you will find one invitation. Wait, Swati, slow. Okay, scroll down. Swati, try to accept that invitation. Here we can see accept or decline, right? So try to accept that invitation. Click on accept. Accept invitation, yes. So now what happens if you see Tech06, Swati has got the access to this repository. Means she can make the changes as well. She has the privileges to access my account, to make the changes, to make the pull request as well. Okay, Swati, let it be. Okay, stop screen sharing, and then I will again ask you to share your screen again. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
So now here if you see this, Swati Endu has got the collaborator access, means she has the privileges to access my repository. Okay, now let us again go back to our process. So let me try to again raise a pull request. Okay, so compare and pull request. To which branch we want to compare? We want to merge these two main branch and compare with the branch called hotfix. And then in reviewers, now we can see Swati Endu is available. Means whoever has access to this repository will be able to review our code. So what I will do, I will ask two different reviewers. Okay, so what they will do, once I try to raise the pull request, then Swati will get the invitation to check for the pull request. And once she accepted this request, then only the code will be merged to the branch called main, or else this code will not be merged. So this is how we can protect our branches, by adding different reviewers. So whereas in local, no need to ask anyone, you can execute the command called git merge and it will automatically merge. But whereas in GUI level, we should add different reviewers. Okay, and then scroll down and click on create pull request. Okay, Once done, here you can see the code is not yet merged because it is still waiting for the reviewer to approve. And here you can find the option called pull request. And here if I'll click this, and if I'll click here, it is waiting. See, review requested. One review pending. If I'll click this, Swati Endu was requested for review. So once she successfully reviewed this and approved, then only it will be merged. Swati, can you share your screen again? Yes. Yeah. Check Outlook. Did you got any email related to the pull request? See. you can see this. I mean, there is one email related to the pull request, BetaWins Tech 06, right? So click
Yes, sir.
over there. See, here you can see the all the details related to the pull request. Okay, now go to your GitHub again. Go to the GitHub account. There we have this, I mean, last tab.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, try to refresh this page. Okay, click on pull request. Yeah, click over there. Okay, and click on create hotfix. Yeah, click over there. Now if you scroll down, wait, if you see on the top right side, scroll up, you can see your add your review. Click over there, add your review.
Wait, sir.
On the right side, you can see add your review button in green color.
Yeah.
Yeah, click. Okay, now she has the options whether to approve or whether to reject this request. So what she will do, okay, here they can see all the code whatever we have added. Okay, so once this is done, what she will do, so they click on review changes. Okay, scroll down, don't do anything, just scroll down. You can add any comment like approved or something, approved and all. Okay, now here we can see comment, approve, request changes, means she has different options over there, whether she can approve, whether she can reject, or whether she can ask me to do some changes. Okay, in our case, try to select approve. Here you have three options, Vati. Select
yes,
approve and click on submit review.
Okay.
So once the review has been submitted, we can see, let me share my screen, Swati. Okay, thank you, Swati. So guys, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Here we can see Swati Endu has been approved. So if I'll refresh this page, okay, approved, then what will happen? Whether she can merge the pull request or I can merge the pull request, confirm merge. Okay, pull request successfully merged and closed. Now if I'll go to my code, then we can see two different branches, hotfix and test in the main branch. And in hotfix also we can see same two files. Okay, and here if I'll go again, we can see something called BetaWins merge pull request from hotfix branch. This has been successfully completed. So while doing this process, while raising a PR, pull request and all, it will help us to check all the changes, because we don't want anything to be merged by anyone. What if something goes wrong? So everything will be reviewed before accepting to our branches. Means if someone is trying to raise, or if someone is trying to raise a pull request from develop to release, right? So what will happen? We'll first check the code, if this is what we were expecting with the changes. If yes, then only they will follow the PR. They will review the code, they will accept, and then the merge request is successfully completed. Understood? What is PR now?
Got it.
PR and merge both are same. There is no difference. Merge is executed on the command line interface. Pull request is executed on the console level, graphical user interface. Okay. So now we have seen how can we add different collaborators. Here, if I'll scroll down. Okay, as of now she hasn't committed anything, right? So I cannot see anything. Okay, so we can have different users added to our account. Okay, as well as we can add different reviewers who will be checking our code. I mean, whether it is the expected output or not, and they will accept the changes. Okay. For example, this is done now. For example, git log, we can see 1, 2, and 3 commits are there. How many commits are there here?
3.
3.
3 commits, right? So I want to change the message of this commit. Is that possible?
Yes.
How can we do that? Here we have the command called amend. Git commit ---- amend. Okay, let me copy this and let me try to hit this. Okay, now it is asking, see, added in hotfix. For example, instead of added in hotfix, let me try to make the changes. Change the commit message using amend command. Save. Now if I do git log -3, then here we can see the commit message has been changed. This is possible if we are trying to use the command called amend. But this is not at all recommended, guys. Do not try to manipulate with the commit messages or the commits. Let it be in the way how it has been created. Do not try to make the changes. Okay, this is not at all recommended, but this is also possible. We can do this. Okay, and then we have one more command called git stash. For example, let us see this. Vi. Let me create one file called alphabet. Okay, hello world. Let me save this. Okay, git status. So where is this file? This is in the tracking area. Now git add dot. So what I have did, I have added this file to the tracking area, right? Git status. We can see this file in the tracking area. Now I got one message from a manager to make changes in the file called hello and revert, commit that and push it back to the central repository. Okay, and in this case I don't want to commit this file now because I'm not sure what changes I need to make. I want to make some changes in that file. I want to temporarily move this file to the stashing memory. So how can we do that? With the help of command git called git stash. Now if I do ls, we can see this alphabet file has been moved to the stash memory. And then what I will do? Okay, my manager asked me to make some changes in the file hello, right? So I will open this. Hello, I have made the changes. I will add this file. I will commit this file. Right, my work is done. I have pushed it to the central repository. Now again, I want to work on the file called alphabet, which we have moved to the stash memory. How can we get that back? By using git stash. If you want to see the number of files in the stash memory, we can use git stash list Here you can see one file is available. Okay, now if you want to get that file back, git stash pop. And if I do ls, then again we can see alphabet file is back to our working directory. Means what will happen whenever you are not sure that you want to delete this file or commit this file and you want to work on this file after some point of time, at that point we can use git stash command. What it will do, it will move this file from the working directory. Means this is your working directory, right? So this will move this file from the working directory to the stash memory. After some time, once you want to work again on that file, then we can use git stash and pop command, and again it will be back to your working directory. For this purpose we can use git stash command. Okay, for example, if we have multiple files, then we can use in terms of the file number. I mean, this is the array. 0 means first file, then 1 2 3. If we have different files, then this list will be high. So we can call it from the stash id. This is nothing but stash id. Okay, understood or confused? What is stash?
Understood.
Got it.
This is just to move the working directory files to the stash memory for the temporary storage. If you don't want to commit that file because you are busy in some other file, right? So in that case only we can use that. Okay, and then we have a very important concept called merge conflict. This is very important and this will be asked in every interview. Every interview, if someone is asking about Git, then they will ask these common questions. Branching strategy, merge conflict, git pull and git fetch, okay, git merge and git rebase. Okay, and these are some common questions what we can expect in the interview. Without this, no one will close the Git interview. Okay, so try to make sure to read the Q&As as well. So now let us see merge conflict. So what is merge conflict? When can we see merge conflict?
When developers are programmers with working with the same file, then it will conflict merge.
Yes. Okay, we can see merge conflicts when we have two identical files and with similar content. Then Git will not be able to understand what needs to be kept and what needs to be deleted. In this case, we can see merge conflict, and merge conflict will be arised when we try to when we try to merge two different branches. For example, git status. Let me first try to commit this so that there will be no pending commits. Okay, so for example, now we have one file called alphabet in this one in master branch with the content called hello world. Okay, so let me just check out to the release branch. Okay, let me create one more file called alphabet, same name, alphabet. Here instead of hello world, I will use as hello cat. Okay, so same file, name of the file is same and the content is also similar. Hello is similar, world and cat is different. So now what happened? We have two different files. One is in master branch with the file name called alphabet and with the content called hello world. Okay, and now we have one more file in alphabet, in the release branch. File name is alphabet and the content of this file is hello cat. So now what I will do, I will try to merge my master branch to my release branch. So let us do that. Git merge master.
It will give a conflict.
So this is how we are supposed to merge two branches, right? So if I'll hit enter, see what happened. The following untracked working areas, git Okay, let me add this first. I haven't committed this. Okay, git commit -m added alphabet into this. Okay, now if I'm trying to merge two branches, git merge and then master. See what is happening? Conflict. Add merge conflict in alphabet. Automatic merge failed. Fixed conflicts and then commit the result. Means whenever we are trying to merge two different branches, it was trying to do automate merge in the background. But this time it got failed because of the identical files and the identical content. So Git is unable to understand which content should be kept and which content should be deleted. In that case, it will create a conflict. This is commonly seen when we are trying to merge two different branches. So whenever you see merge conflict, what you will do? Do we have any command to resolve this? Here you can see release merging. It has been stopped. Means auto merging is not working for us. Previously, auto merging was working. Because of this conflict, auto merging is not working. So what should we do now? So here it is telling us that there is a conflict in the file called alphabet. So we can check the status. So there is no automation command for this guys. In order to resolve the conflict, there is no such command to resolve this. We should only check the status of the file manually, and we can understand, okay, there is one file called alphabet which is causing the issue. Now let me open this file, VI alphabet. Here you can see head, master, hello cat, hello world. Means it is asking us to what should be kept and what should be deleted. This is how it will throw the error. Now you should decide manually what should be kept and what should be deleted. So in my case, what I will do, let me delete this. This line is not required for me. Hello cat and hello and world. I'm just manually changing guys. So this is how we can resolve the conflict. There is no automation way. Okay. So hello cat and hello world. I want these two in my file. So let me save this. Okay, once done, then again if I'll do git status, what happened? Automatic merge is not working or what? VI alphabet. Okay, so this is asking to keep any one line, right? So let me use git hello world. Pick them up in the working tree. Yeah.
Sir, I think we need to change file name also.
No, file name we cannot change. That is not required. We should only mark the changes, whatever changes you want to keep and whatever you should remove. For example, let me just try to abort this operation first. Okay, so now what I have did, I was unable to do this. So what I have did, I have exited that operation. Now here if you see this, no files has been added, means merge request has been cancelled. Now let us try to do this again. Git merge master. Again we can see a conflict has been arised. So what we can do, there is no command or specific code in order to resolve this. So we need to manually check the status. With the help of status, I got to know that okay, there is some issue in the alphabet file. So let me open this alphabet file, make the changes manually. So let me keep hello world. And let me save this. What happened? Again, this is not working. Why? Let me try to abort this again. Let me try to remove, merge again. VI alphabet. I think this is from master branch and this is from current branch. So let me remove this.
I think after editing, git add should be used as
Git
per the output.
add. No,
Git add
because
alphabet.
Git add will help us to create a particular commit, right? So already these commits are being available. For example, git merge -f1 about. Then here we can see that there are no commits. For example, git status, no new commits, right? So everything has been committed already. Git merge and then master vi alphabet. Why this is getting stuck?
We can use merge tool. Merge tool help.
Merge tool from Google.
No, we can take a help from CLI only. Git merge tool -- tool help.
Git merge f1 continue. Right. Someone said this. Who was that? So we basically, whatever changes we are trying to do, we should add the changes and commit the changes. This is the process. Now if you see this, our merge request has been resolved and we can see the file alphabet with the content hello world. So what I was trying to do, I was just trying to make the changes and was expecting that it will automatically merge. No, I was wrong. We should add the files and then commit that file manually. So this is how we can resolve the merge conflict. Understood?
So we need to add again.
Yeah, we need to add again and it will create a new commit for us. Should we execute this again? Guys?
Yes.
So here, let me try to create one file. This time file name is techie. Okay, and I'm trying to create some content called hello techie. Okay, in which branch? In release branch. Let me add this. Let me commit this first. Added file in. Added file techie in release. This is just my commit message to understand. Okay, now let me get back to my master branch. Git checkout master. Now let me clear the screen. Now let me try to create same identical file with the name called techie. This time hello world. Okay, almost the content is also similar. Now Git will not be able to understand what needs to be done. So first let me add this and then let me commit this. Master. Okay, now if we are trying to merge two branches, then it will raise the conflict. Git merge and then which branch? Release branch. See, automatic conflicts. Sorry. Your voice is not clear. May I know the?
The file will have original line.
See, we can ignore the warnings. That depends upon your terminals as well. That is not what we are worried about. Okay, errors are something what we should be aware. That's something related to your editors. We have used VA, right? So that might be something related to that only. Okay. So here now we are able to see the conflict again. So how to resolve this? By using git status, we will understand which file we are seeing the issue. Okay, now open that file, vi techie, and which keyword you want to keep. Means I want to keep, let me delete this, hello world and techie. I want to keep this and I want to delete remaining things. Let me save this. Now it is asking me to, if you'll do git status, here we can see it is asking us to add this. So git add dot and then git commit -m added. Now we can see our merge conflict has been resolved and our file we can see, sorry, techie, right? File name was techie. We can see hello world at techie, means whatever you have manually added that has been implemented. So this is how we can resolve the conflict. We should execute manually only. There is no automation process to resolve the conflict. And generally, when do we see conflict? If we have identical files with the identical or similar content, then Git will be confused and not unable to understand. Okay.
Got it.
Okay, and then what is left?
Sabir, in place
Yes.
of dot, we can use the specific file name.
File name as well, yes.
So it can be changed later after using the commitment ID in further.
You mean file name?
Further, we can change no using the commit ID only if we use specific file name.
See, specific file name, it will be targeted only to the specific, I mean that commit will have that specific file only. So further if you want to modify, you can do that. Okay. And then we have something called .git ignore. Why do we use .git ignore? For example, first let me delete this project. Okay, rm-rf hiring app. Okay, this project has been deleted in my machine. So let me try to clone this tech06 and main branch. So I want to download specific main branch. How can we do that? I want to download my tech06 main branch to my local machine. How can we do that?
Git clone
Git
and
clone
that link
URL.
SSH link.
No, I want to use a specific branch only. -b branch name and then paste. Now what will happen? It will download only that branch. Okay. Now if I'll do cd tech06 ls, we can see we have two files. If I'll do git branch -f list, then we can see only one branch we have got. Why? Because we have cloned only the specific branch only. Okay. So now how many files do we have here? Two files. So for example, let me add one file called password. Okay, username is Sabe, password is demo123. So I am trying to add some secret credentials like passwords, something related to my database or my application or my self credentials related to the cloud accounts or any accounts. So what will happen if I do git status? We can see the password file has been tracked. Now if I try to add this, it will be added. Now if I try to commit this, git commit -m added password. Now if I try to push this, git push -u origin main. So main is nothing but my branch name, right? So that's the reason I'm trying to use main. Okay, and hit enter. What will happen? It will push the changes to my central repository, right? So if I'll refresh this, we can find password file is here. If I'll open this, then we can find the username and the password. Now Swati has access to this account, to this repository. What will happen? My credentials are being exposed. There is no security. I mean, anyone can access my credentials who has the access to this repository, and they can log in and they can do anything what they want, right? So I don't want Git to track each and every file. I want Git to ignore some files. I don't want Git to track every file. There might be some files which we don't want to track by Git. In this case, what we can do, we have the concept called .git ignore. This is the extension of the file. Guys, 1 second. Guys, 1 second. Yeah, sorry guys. So I don't want Git to track my passwords and all. My passwords and everything should be in my local machine only. I don't want Git to push this to central repository. In this case, we can create one file called .git ignore. This will be the naming convention of this file. Okay, and hit enter. Now try to add which file you want to ignore. For example, password. So I'm trying to add that file name. If you want to ignore some other file, then you can add that file name as well. So password is the file name. So let me save this file. Okay, now if I'll do ls-a, we can see .git ignore. If I'll do cat.git ignore, we can see, we can see password file is available. Okay, now if I'll try to do its status, it is trying to track the .git ignore, right? So now what we are supposed to do, git add and then git commit. Okay, and then if let me try to push the changes, git push -u origin master, sorry, main. Now let us see what is happening. Okay, if I'll refresh this, we can see we have one file called .git ignore. Okay, one file is available, password is also available because this has been previously committed, right? So what will happen is, let me show you this. Let me modify my credentials here. Okay, so there is some change in the file called password. Now if I do git status, it is still tracking. Git add and then git commit -m modified. Now if I try to put the changes again,
Excuse me, sir.
yes.
But is there any option here in GUI before going to clone here? We select the files which we do not want to, means here only can we ignore and we can
You
download.
No, you can create this file here as well by using this option, and you can add the content to this file. But once it has been committed, right? See, now we are unable to make any changes. Git is still tracking this file. Okay, so what I can do is, content of this is the file name proper cswd. Okay, so what we can do is, for example, let me try to create one more file called secret username password. Let me save this. So now what I will do, if I do git status, Git is trying to track the secret file. So what I will do, I will just open va.git ignore and I will add this file name secret and save. Now if I do git status, we can see the changes are being modified here, but secret file has been ignored by Git. Means Git is ignoring the file called secret. Now, for example, if I'll add this and if I'll commit this, for example, let me commit. And if I'll push this up in the central repository, we can see that secret file is not been pushed. If I'll refresh this, See, only four files are available. Secret file is not pushed over here. And if I'll open git ignore, then you can just see the file names which has been ignored. The reason why password is being getting tracked because we have committed password earlier. Okay. So this is how git will ignore your certain files. For example, you have 100 files. Then what you can do? You need to add all the 100 file names in this .git ignore. Okay. For example, you have touch a.txt, b.txt, c.txt, d.txt. So I'm trying to create 4 txt files. Now if I do git status, we can see this is been tracking. Now I want git to ignore these files with the extension called txt. So what we can do, .git ignore, open this and then star.txt means any file with the extension called txt should be ignored. And let me save this. Now if I'll do git status, we can only see the changes in the .git ignore file, means these files has been ignored. So this is how we can ignore certain files with the help of .git ignore. Okay.
Sir, even though it was ignored, but it was showing in the repository.
Even your voice is not there, even though.
Hello.
Yes.
Even though it was ignored, but it was showing in the repository in .git ignore. Is it possible to do
No,
to not
see,
show in that file
only,
source?
this is only the file name. So what anyone will do with the help of file name? You cannot retrieve all the data of this file, right? So there is
Only
no,
showing file name but no content.
yeah, no content. Here you can see, do we have any file called secret?
No, it was showing in git ignore.
Yeah, if I'll open this, then we can see what all things we have added. That's it. It will only show you the file name, not the content of the file or the file.
Okay.
Okay, let me just try to add this. Let me again commit this. Let me try to again push this. Okay. Now if I'll refresh this, we can see .git ignore is again modified with these details, but we don't have any files related to .txt extension. So this is how we can move, we can ignore some files without tracking that files. We can ignore some files which are important to us and we don't want that files to be pushed to central repository, or else this will be exposed to whomever have access to these repositories. Okay. And then we have one more thing. For example, how many files do we have here? ABCD, hotfix, password, secret text, and .git ignore. Okay. For example, we have something called add readme.md. If I'll open this.
Sabir, I have one question.
Yes.
ఇప్పుడు అది గిట్ ఇగ్నోర్ లో యాడ్ చేసాం కదా, ఇప్పుడు యాక్సెస్ ఉన్న వాళ్ళు దాన్ని ఇగ్నోర్ లోంచి అన్హైడ్ చేసి చూసుకోవచ్చు. అది
how they can unhide? No, these files are available in my local machine. No one can retrieve these files. Okay, if anyone has the access to this GitHub repository as well, they can only see what files I have ignored. That's it, but they cannot try to retrieve the details from that file name. That is not possible.
Okay, clear.
Okay, and then we have yes.
The file is deleted from our local machine and I have cloned from the GitHub, so the files will come automatically.
Which files?
These txt files that we have ignored.
Yeah, so these files, for example, I have deleted from my local. Suppose example, assume that you have deleted this tech06 from your local machine. So now what you will do, you will try to clone this from the central repository tech06, right? So it will only fetch you the file name, that's it, but See, let us try to execute that. Okay. So for example, let me try to delete this rm-rf star.txt. So what happened? I have deleted all the files with the extension called txt. Now, for example, if I'll try to pull these updates, or else let me use git pull, hit enter. So what will happen? Already up to date. Why? Because even in central there were no files called a.txt, b.txt. There was nothing was available over there. So you cannot retrieve this a.txt, b.txt from the central. They are not available in the central. These files are available in the local machine. If you have deleted this, then we cannot retrieve this. That's it. Okay.
Yes, done, Saber.
Even if suppose, let me try to delete this project rm-rf spec 06. I have deleted this project, right? So let me try to clone this project now. Hit clone and then paste URL. Which branch we want to clone? We want to clone only the main branch. Okay, I have cloned the complete new repository now. If I'll go to this project and if I'll do ls, do we have anything called secret, password, sorry, a.txt, b.txt? What we have is git ignore. We can only see the file names, but files are not available. Understood?
Yes,
If
Saber.
one is trying to fetch, then they can only see the file names, but they cannot able to get the details of the files. Okay, so here we have something called readme file. What is the use of this readme? If I click on readme, okay, here we can see something called readme.md commit message. Let me try to just commit this. So what will happen is this particular project or repository, what is the purpose of this repository? All that information will be stored in readme.md file. Okay, so what will happen if we are using readme.md? Any user who is trying to access our application or our repository will able to understand the agenda or the purpose of this project. So we can input some content, means how to execute this, how can we use this project, what is the purpose of this project. Okay, so in such cases we will use readme.md file. So let me duplicate this and show you one file. For example, here we have one project called CI/CD pipeline train schedule CD. If I'll open this, this has been created by Linux Academy. Okay, and if I'll scroll down here, we can see readme.md, and here they are specifying all the process. I mean, this is a simple train schedule app written using Node.js application, and if you want to run this app, you need a JDK 7, and this is the command which can be used in order to execute this. So what will happen if I am new to this repository? Then I will be able to understand the purpose of this repository. How can I use this code? Okay, so this is just a kind of metadata or markdown, means for user information to understand the purpose of this project. Okay, here also we can see something called .git ignore. If I'll open this, there are 3 files which has been ignored, means these files are not available on this particular project. They have ignored these files. Okay, guys, understood?
Yes.
Yes.
Now we have one more command which is very important, that is git fetch and git pull. What is the difference between git pull and git fetch? For example, in our project, what I have did, I have created one file called readme.md on the central level, GUI level. Now I want to download this specific file to my local machine. So what I can do, I can use git pull command. So what will happen? It will pull or it will download the latest changes to my local machine. Yes or no?
Yes.
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 Right.
Yes, sir.
And added to the local machine.
Yes. So if I do git branch f1 f1 list, do we have any branches except main? No. Okay. So let me try to do git fetch. Sorry, spelling mistake. Or else, let me try to do one thing. Okay. So we have used git fetch, which is used to download. So let me add one more file on the central level.
Sir, git push and git fetch is the same command. I'm
Yeah,
different.
almost similar. I'm trying to create one file called, I think we have this right. DevOps is one new file what I have created on the central level. Okay, now let me try to use git fetch. Git fetch, sorry. GTCH ls. So what happened now?
DevOps file will not appear.
Why?
It collected only files.
So what happened when we have executed this fetch? Well, to cd.get, here we can see something called fetch head, origin head. Or else, let me do one more thing. Git branch f1 list. Okay, or else git checkout. Hotfix was available, right? Hotfix was available. What was available? Main and then hotfix. So basically, what will happen is cd.get at fetch head. Okay, and then cat. Head is nothing but the tip of the branch, means the top commit, whatever is available. For example, git log. This
Okay,
is
it's collect references.
so this is the latest commit of my branch. Okay, so head is nothing but the latest tip of my branch only. Okay, so what happened when we have executed git pull? What it did, it was able to successfully pull the commit, I mean the latest changes to my branch. But when I have executed git fetch, it was able to download the metadata configuration, means all the detailed references like origins, head, and if you have any different branches, then this will help us to download such information. Okay, understood? For example, let me again try to execute git fetch origin main. Let us see what is happening again. ls, did we got the file called password DevOps? No, but something happened in the background. See, fetch head, fetch head, fetch head. What is this? This is nothing but our metadata configurations related to our repository. So understood now what is happening when we are trying to use git fetch? Git fetch will help us to download the configuration details, and git pull origin main will help us to download our latest updates of our code, and git fetch is trying to download the configuration changes, means if suppose some branches has been added. For example, let me try to add one more new branch. Branch name is test, new branch, main, create. So what I have did, I have created one branch on the central repository. The name is test. Okay, now if I try to use git fetch, hit enter, so what will happen? See, it is trying to download that branch details. Means it is not trying to download any code, it is just trying to download the configuration changes. Now if I do git branch -f1 list, or else git checkout test, it is still not available. It is just trying to download the references. We can only find this in .git ls, then we can see these details here. Okay, understood? Git pull. Why do we use git pull?
To collect the modified latest updates.
Git fetch. Why do we use git fetch?
To
To
download
collect
the
the
message.
configuration
Download the
details,
configuration
Configuration.
details.
That's it.
metadata
Understand.
references.
Yeah, that's it. So it is used only to get or collect the configuration changes from our repository. Okay. And then we have one more command, and this will be our last command for Git and GitHub. This is, someone asked me in the morning, how can we commit multiple commits into a single commit? Means, for example, git status, how many commits do we have as of now? I mean, everything has been committed. Git log, how many commits do we have? We have a lot of commits, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think 10 or 12 commits are available. Now I don't want to see all these commits, means I want to merge all these commits into a single commit. So I want to merge 1, 2, 3, 4, these 4 commits into a single commit. In that case, what we can do? We can use git rebase command only. Okay, we can use this command git rebase -i head and then n is nothing but the commit number. How many commits? 4 commits you want to merge. Hit enter. Now it is displaying all the commits for us. And here you can see, if you want to edit the commit, right, you can use this option E. If you want to squash, so basically we are using the concept as squash to merge multiple commits into a single commit. Okay, so what I will do, instead of pick, I will put as squash. What was the commit ID, guys? I missed that. Okay, let me just do not save this. Okay, we don't have any, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me try to do this again. Git rebase -i head and then 4. I want to merge this one. Okay, let me try to save this. What we have did, we have committed 4 commits now into a single commit. Now let me again save this as well. So done. Now if I do git log, we can see all these 4 commits has been committed into a single commit now. So create DevOps is the main commit, and then these are the 3 different commits which have been committed into a single commit. This is how we can merge different commits into a single commit. But this is not recommended, guys. Do not play with the commits, because commit IDs and commit messages will help us to understand the tracking of our project. So do not try to modify this. This can be used only as part of testing purpose only. Okay. Pallavi?
Yes, sir.
Understood how we can
Yes,
merge? Is this recommended?
No, sir.
Right. So not everything is recommended. So do not try to alter with everything, whatever you are seeing in Google and ChatGPT. Okay, I think, guys, we are good with our session on Git and GitHub. And I think I have covered almost all the commands. And these are the important commands which will help you to crack the interview on Git and GitHub. Okay, so compulsory questions are branching strategy, git pull and git fetch, git merge and git rebase, and merge conflict. Very rarely we can see questions. I mean, they will be asking about cherry pick as well. Cherry pick is also one of the important question. Okay, git cherry pick. So try to read Q&As as well. We have already given the Q&As, right? So try to read that Q&A, then you will get more understanding on this.
Sabir, if I want to get back from the multiple commits,
So what you will do? How to revert the changes? How to revert the changes?
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
how to revert the commit?
Yeah.
I am expecting the answer from you again, Balu.
Commit ID.
Git revert, that's it. Try to revert the changes and see what is happening. You have
Sorry,
your
sorry.
own servers, right? So try to modify, try to play around with them. Okay? Guys, any questions on this? Or we are good for today? I will be posting some tasks related to GitHub and GitHub, but what I'm expecting is first try to rewatch the video again, try to implement whatever is shown in the video and try to note down all your notes and then go for task. Okay? Sure, guys. Let me stop this recording.